All right, on to Commitment 2016 coverage now, and former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley back in New Hampshire as he continues to examine a White House run. The Democrat knows that Hillary Clinton is a heavy favorite for his party's nomination should she decide to run, but today he also offered a clear distinction on at least one hot-button issue.
We have to realize that the greatest power we have is the power of our principles.
With a bit of poetic flair, former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley paints a vision of unity when talking about the country's future, but he becomes much more pointed when asked about the religious liberty debate unfolding in Indiana when it comes to same-sex marriage.
Yeah, I think the wave of anti-gay, anti-lesbian legislation that's sweeping across many states is reprehensible.
Following the Politics and Eggs event in Manchester, O'Malley said the topic offers a little daylight between himself and Hillary Clinton, who sees same-sex marriage as a state-based issue.
I don't believe that it is a state issue. I believe that marriage equality is a human rights issue.
Those words come just days after O'Malley made news by saying the presidency is not a crown to be passed between two families, a thinly veiled reference to the Clintons and Bushes. O'Malley's visit also comes while Clinton's campaign manager in waiting is visiting New Hampshire to assemble support ahead of a likely announcement. But former Congressman Paul Hodes says while she is the prohibitive favorite, there is an undecided pool of support still to be had.
And there are Democrats who are looking for an alternative who they might perceive as more liberal.
So with a populist message, O'Malley could be emerging as the Clinton alternative.
Can Hillary Clinton expect a primary here in New Hampshire?
Well, I think that the presidency is an awesome and sacred trust, and the people deserve to have a choice.
Now, tonight, O'Malley is taking part in a Young Democrats event and says he'll be back in New Hampshire very soon. He also says the decision on a presidential run will come sometime during the spring.